Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy, the artist Kali. You're not rocking with the homegirl Gena Heelz on Life and Entertainment. Yeah, this life and entertainment. This life, let them take a picture and frame it. That's right, this ain't nothing to play with. Yeah, people, we made changes.
It's your girl Gena Heelz, and in each episode, I'm going to introduce you to gifted individuals from around the world. Come along as they share their stories and intimate moments while giving you, the viewers, an all-access pass. And here's my next guest. Okay, we have Doc and Winter Bobo. They specialize in assisting people with their financial goals, getting them out of financial burdens. And right now in this economy, these guys are essential to the productiveness on how we can get through this. Excuse me, you guys. I'm just so excited to have them here. They are some money-making gurus. Y'all tune in now. All right. Thank you so much. How you doing, Doc and Winter?
We are good. How are you?
We're doing so good. Thank you so much for being on Life and Entertainment. It is such an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I believe the last time that I actually met you guys, it was in action at the Black Box said was Memphis is a great city, but it is only as great as its economy. A successful and thriving small business community is the backbone of any city. This can help to combat poverty, ultimately reduce crime, and you know what? And when I read that, and I was like, this man here had a point. And he also says that there is no enemy without it being a friend of me. Is that something like you said, their friend of me is the enemy within? Doc?
Right. There's no greater enemy than the enemy within me.
Within me. You see that, you guys? I love it. I definitely love it. So again, I want to thank you guys for your time. I want to thank you for sitting down with me in Life and Entertainment. I'm just going to allow you guys to take the floor and do what you do best, which you guys do a wonderful thing with. So can you can you please tell us what all is it that you do?
Well, first of all, before we do that, please allow us to use two of the least used words in the English vocabulary, and that's thank you, thank you, thank you. It is just totally amazing to watch you do what you do and how you do it, not just here locally, but looks like all over the globe. And that's nothing short of miraculous. And Winter and I definitely appreciate you giving us the honor to be on the show with you and to participate in your platform.
Thank you. I'm honored as well. I'm really looking forward to this meeting. I was after the last interview I did. I'm like, I am tripping. I have to get these gurus on my live. You know,
she said, I'm tripping.
Everybody's getting their stimulus check. They going to Walmart. They buying them TVs. They buying all the. No, stop, people. Stop. That's just a way to dig yourself in more of a hole. And I thought it would be best for you guys to speak with Miss Winter. Now Miss Winter got it going on too. This lady here got it together. So to have a male and a woman's perspective on how to budget your money and invest it in the right things, these people are it. Oh goodness, I'm excited. So
Me too.
I want to go into the questions, and the first question would be, how long have you guys been together?
We've been together 6 years and married 5, right? Did I get that right? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, together 6, married 5. In fact, on the 26th of this month, it will be our anniversary, and the 28th of this month will be my birthday. And so, I want to try to dupe me and give me some 2-for-1 gifts and all that kind of stuff. And I need 2 separate gifts. I need 2 separate gifts.
2 separate gifts. 2 separate gifts. Now I must say I love this picture of you guys.
Yeah.
That is the most. You know what? That reminds me of. It's like an all-American picture. It's like a Aunt Vi and Uncle Phil. You know,
wow.
The go-to people, and that is just that is wonderful. And I see you holding a book also. So you guys have a book as well, right?
We do. We have a book titled "Get It All the Way Right," and so she and I wrote that book together. And inside of it, we talk about a little bit. We go a little bit into how we met, and we talk about our individual journeys as well inside of the book. And it's based on a 5-fold premise: faith, family, finances, fitness, and focus.
Wow. And that is something that we need right now.
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
So you guys, everyone that's tuning in on the live, we have Columbus Wiley on the live. Thank you so much for tuning in. You know, feel free to share this live, you guys. Feel free to comment your answers. These are the type of people that you need to talk to when it's involving your money situations and how you can be successful in coming out of all of this once COVID is over. Can you please tell me how y'all met? Everybody wants to know. Y'all like my favorite couple.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, you know, it's no surprise that you know, entrepreneur, we have that both in our spirit. And when I first moved back from Houston, Texas, I decided that I wasn't going back to corporate America. And at that point, I went into travel. And at that time, of course, when you start entrepreneurship and you're meeting people from all walks of life, and it was just, you know, breathtaking. And I was transitioning from a bittersweet moment in my life at the time, and was looking for new waters and new people and new adventures. And so at that time, I met some people, and they led me to some more people, and I was introduced to this program or particular entrepreneurship or home-based, you know, business. And my uncle basically said, if you want to do business, you need to connect with this gentleman. And it was DrJerry Bobo. And that was the beginning of, oh my goodness, a whole new world.
Amazing, and I love it. I love it. So, what was the drive within you guys to say, hey, it's time to start getting our money right? How did you start? What was the steps for you guys?
So I was in entrepreneurship and stuff before Winter. And so for me, I have a professional background. I'm degreed. I've worked in law enforcement and other professional fields, and I was making a 6-figure income, but I didn't have any time. You know, I had 2 full-time jobs, and I knew that I didn't want to spend the next 40 years of my life working 60 to 80 hours a week and just basically die, right? Working 8 till fame. And so I got introduced to network marketing and multi-level marketing about 15 years ago. And so once I understood the benefits of it didn't matter if I made any money in a home-based business, the tax benefits were phenomenal. It would put me in the game like Donald Trump. And I said, hey, you know what? I'm in. Anything that would get Uncle Sam's hand out of my pocket, sign me up for it. And so I happened to make a little bit of money while cutting my taxes. And so I made $100,000 in 10 months on a part-time basis, from home. And it was over. Like, I was like, you know, no more discussion.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in for good. I'm in for life. And but I did not make the money, and I did not keep the money. I made it, I didn't keep it. And so I was able to do 7 figures. I was able to do $1 million in about 36 months. And I lost $1 million in that same amount of time in another 36 months. And so what I did understand later on was I needed financial literacy. And because it didn't matter whether you made $1 million or $100,000 or $30,000, if you don't understand how money works, you're gonna always be working for money.
Wow. So how can people be involved with the financial literacy? Like, how can we learn about these resource tools?
You know, it's amazing that every person watching you, whether it's going to be on Facebook or live or YouTube or all these other platforms that you're on, they've got a device like this, right? They've got a thing called a smartphone. And ironically, most people don't do something smart with it. I mean, you got the power of NASA in your hand. Okay. So there's no excuse not to attend YouTube University. There's no excuse not to go to Google University. You don't know what a liability is, you look that up. You don't know what an asset is, you look that up. I mean, you literally can just type in how to get rich. Like, you literally can type in how to get wealthy, and there's a gazillion ton of information and videos and PDFs. So, I mean, you got to just jump into the stuff, because how many people have wanted a recipe, right? They wanted to bake a cake. And they knew to go to Pinterest, right? They knew to go to YouTube. They knew to go to Bing or whatever. So you gotta have that same energy. You gotta want to bake your financial cake, right? You want to get your cake up for real. You know, it's the same concept. You know, and of course we have a program that, you know, we do mentoring, we do coaching. You know, our website is workwithdocandwinter.com, or just docandwinter.com. And so we do one-on-one coaching, we do mentorship, we do financial literacy. But again, if a person did not want to come to us specifically, they have a smartphone. They got to start doing something smart with it.
I love it. I love it. So do you care to go more into the economy right now, the stimulus checks that's coming out? Any advice, you know, which also, guys, I want to say this, they have a book that you guys really need to read, you really need to purchase. They also have programs to assist you with getting your credit repaired. They have programs that can assist you with money management, and they are also mentors. So they can mentor you during this process. So you would get with Doc and Winter after this interview, or you message them and you sign up, because it's for the betterment of your career. Not only that, it's a whole lifestyle change. And how many of us want a lifestyle change? Okay, so there you go. Because right now, everyone is in their homes and in their COVID. But guess what? You can't go nowhere you wishing you on a beach. But these folks got money. They got like pools and jacuzzis in their backyard. It looks like they already on a vacation. Okay? So you want to be able to put yourself in a position that you can feel comfortable in your home when times like this happen. And, you know, it may happen.
Absolutely. You know, we have been, actually, before COVID hit, you know, Winter and I have always told people, you got to have a plan B, C, D, E, F. You need a safety net, because you don't know, you have no clue when something's going to happen. And notice that I didn't say if something's going to happen. When. Okay, it's never a question on if it's going to happen. It is going to happen. And nobody really saw it happening to the point where 17 million people as of this week have filed for unemployment.
Wow.
17 million. Okay. And so Winter and I have always preached, you got to have multiple streams of income. You have more than one bill, you need more than one stream of income. Now, we own a spa and a car wash. Both of those businesses are not essential, according to the government. So they're shut down. They're not making money. The door is locked to 2 of our businesses, yet our income has doubled. Our income is doubled.
Wow.
With 2 businesses shut down, right? That's because of our other businesses, okay? Our other businesses are crucial, right? People need those businesses coaching, their mental health, their stability, their credit, okay? Because we can do credit sweeps, we can add trade lines, we can help people get funding, we can do a myriad of things that are increasing people's financial wherewithal right now. And so now, hey, our phones have smoke coming out of them. The inboxes got smoke coming out of them. The email fire. Okay, we're in network marketing. We're part of a multi-level marketing company that people can join for $29. Right now, they've got an online business because you don't have a choice now. You've been laid off, and even if you're not unemployed, you're underemployed. You're not getting enough hours. You don't have enough money to make ends meet. And so now we are allowing people to make money from this same device that I talked about earlier, turning that phone, that iPhone, that Android into an ATM.
That's right. That's right.
Anyone, thought of at any point that they need to understand how imperative it is to have a home-based business, to understand how to have different and multiple streams of income is definitely important.
Yes. Yes, ma'am. It definitely is. Now, for the people that maybe they don't have a home-based business, any pointers to them to how to start, like where to begin? If they got like $1,000, say for instance, the stimulus check, what can they do with that $1,200 that could be beneficial for their future in the long run?
That's an awesome question, right? And there's so many options available. But let me go back to the one thing that I said earlier. One thing that Winter and I always hear is anytime we open up a new business and we're successful, that person always says to us, I don't have that kind of money. I can't afford no spa. I can't afford no car wash. I can't be on the 12th floor on Union in Midtown. I can't afford, and I understand that. Now you said the stimulus check, right? $1,200. But even if a person didn't get the $1,200, keep in mind what I just said. We have a $29 business that pays us over $100,000 a year. Let me say that again.
Wow.
A $29 business.
You guys hear that?
And if you want me to do a screen share, no problem. We'll log into the bank account. We'll log into that business and show you the checks. See, we gotta stop with the notion of saying, I can't. As a mental health professional, let me tell you this. The moment you say, I can't, your brain literally ceases to look for options. So stop saying, I can't, and start saying, how can I? See, if we ask a question, our brain will look for the answer, okay? So I'm telling everybody under the sound of our voice, we can put you in business for $29, an online business that's been around 15 years, A-rated with the Better Business Bureau, guys. And you're making money every single week, direct deposit. So I've got people on my team, they wish that they had gone on quarantine earlier, right? They were making $1 with us, right? But now that they're being forced to take their business seriously, now the business is exploding. So sometimes I believe God, the universe, a higher power, whatever you want to call it. We're not religious people, we're spiritual people. But we believe that sometimes the universe got to kick the crutches from under you, right? So maybe you lost your job because you should be singing. Maybe you lost your job because you ought to be finishing that book. Maybe you lost your job because now's the time to launch that business that you've been playing about. So since you were treating it as optional, the universe has now made it mandatory.
Yes. Yes. And I love that. Because right now for me, I'm like, ooh, it feel like Candyland.
Yeah.
I'm in Candyland, you know, but I've always been introverted anyway. You know, a lot of people wouldn't know that about me. You know, they were like, well, Gena, you're in this, you're doing that. And I'm like, but I'm still shy. But I've always liked to create. I've always been a dreamer. So This for me is like, yes, everybody's home. Now let's talk to them. Let's get this out here. You know, let's reprogram their thought process. So when all this over, they don't get out here and blow their money or end up in a deeper hole than what they once was. So you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this show. I really do appreciate it. Robert L. Jameson tuning in, William Walker for tuning in. You know, we have some money-making gurus on here actually, and they're life and wellness mentors as well. They have a health bar downtown. They have a book that's coming out as well, and they are also millionaires. Are y'all working on being billionaires anytime soon?
Hey, we are. You know, we're working on a plan for that literally. And so the next step for us is to become deca millionaires. And that's where we have 10 million plus. And so at that point, we have to create other millionaires around us and underneath them 100,000aires, because wealth is a team building sport. Okay. Wealth is a team building sport. You'll never become wealthy doing it alone. And so we can't get where we're supposed to be unless we help a lot of other people do that same thing. And again, the mindset has to change. Think about this, Gena. They said that to stimulate the economy, right? They said, we're going to give you a stimulus check, okay? And when we give you this $1,200 that we're not giving you, okay, let me turn my head around for this one so everybody can really see I'm serious about this.
I'm going to put y'all.
Okay, so we'll give you give. Absolutely not. First of all, it's not a free $1,200. Okay, there's nothing free about it. Okay, you're gonna pay for that in your taxes, whether they call it that or not, whether they say this is from the 1,200. You can just rest assured that your taxes are gonna be raised as a result of getting this free $1,200. But now they say if you take the $1,200 and go spend it, you'll stimulate the economy. Wow. Take the $1,200 and go to Walmart and buy out all their TVs and make the Walton family rich all over again. Take the $1,200 and go to Macy's and make that family rich. Take the $1,200 and buy you some Sean John and some Juicy Couture, and take the $1,200 and invest it in Apple again. Oh, wait a minute. No, you didn't invest. Well, yes, you did. See, when you go buy iPhone 11, you invested. You just don't have no stocks, but yet you invested. You invested. See, when you go buy the phone, you supported that company. You just supported it in the wrong way. You could have supported Apple by getting their little 3-digit code and buy some stock in Apple. Right. So not only could a person take the $1,200 right now and start a home-based business, you could take that $1,200 right now and get some education and buy some stocks while they're really, really low, because that's the goal, to buy low and sell high. Okay. And then we're saying $1,200 stimulus. Okay. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I'm gonna hand that to Winter. That's probably 800 to 900 of that is your mortgage, right? Or your rent. Right. Okay, you got $300 left. Now what?
They're gonna blow it.
But if you had invested it, okay, you take it. Well, I started that business with Doc and Winter. I bought some penny stocks, or I bought some stocks that were low. Now those stocks are beginning to rise. Well, magically, that 1,200 produces another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, another $1,200. Okay. And so that's the name of the game, is to make your money work for you. See, if you never figure out how to make money work for you, you're going to die working for money. Okay. And I hope that this attack, not just one on the body, this was an attack on your finances. Think about that one day something happened and all of a sudden life as you know it ceased to exist. Thanks, but no thanks. Your services are no longer needed. Okay.
That's what happened.
So after this is over, I hope we don't have a short-term memory. After this is over, I hope people say, oh my God, that was scary. I never want to go through that alone. See, not only do we have a ton of money in the bank, we got a ton of money on hand. Right, we got on hand cash because you need some digital currency, you need some credit cards, you need some lines of credit, you need to be able to put your hands on some cash. And if you don't have life insurance, we don't sell life insurance, but get you some life insurance. Get you some life insurance. That's a wealth building tool. That's a wealth transfer tool. Again, there are a lot of pieces to the puzzle of getting wealthy. Okay,
yeah.
You got to get out of debt. You got to lower that debt. You got to lower your taxes. You got to get Uncle Sam out your pocket legally, ethically, and morally. Okay, you've got to figure out a way, whether that be stocks, whether that be a franchise, whether that be real estate, whether that be babysitting, apple pies, writing poems, sewing, crocheting, weave making, makeup, beat somebody's face with the makeup. You gotta find ways to increase your cash flow. That's the name of the game. Cash flow.
Cash flow.
Not job flow. Not I owe to off to work I go. No. Cash flow.
Love it. I love it. You know what? And that is great. So and so to begin that is by communicating with you guys, taking that first step to hi, Dr. Winter, Dr. and Winter Bobo. Hey, I'd like to sign up. I want to take the first step towards getting my independence, getting my financial freedom that I need. And I thought that this is a great opportunity for the people on my live because they, let's give back. I feel like COVID-19 hasn't stopped anything. It may have slowed down a lot of people, but to the business person, to the entrepreneur, we got to always think ahead on how we can suffice. We don't want to drown out here. We want to keep the money flowing.
And here's something really crazy, right? Let me blow your mind. Us as Black people gotta stop. I mean, we have to stop loving the free lunch. Because number one, it ain't free.
Right.
And number two, it's the crumbs. Let me show you what happened. And you guys can research this. You don't have to take my word for it. The government gave people $1,200. Have you heard of a restaurant called Ruth Chris?
I heard of Ruth Chris.
I love Ruth Chris, right? Winter, I love Ruth Chris, man. We go there, we're gonna spend $300 if it's lunch. You're gonna spend $300 at Ruth Chris. Do you know that Ruth Chris last year made $40 million in profit? Okay.
Oh, wow.
But do you know that this year, as a result of COVID-19, the government gave Ruth Chris $20 million? $1,200 to somebody that's struggling. 20 million to someone that made 40 million in profit. I'm not talking about top line, I'm talking about bottom line.
Top doc. See, I knew I had the right gurus on this one. This is an interview you guys don't want to miss. Hi, William Walker. You just tuned in on some stuff, baby. I got my wine ready.
So you look at that. Would I rather be, Winter and I, we can't get, I think the cap was 150,000 or something for two people. So we couldn't get the $1,200 stimulus, right? They said, hey, y'all give out stimuluses. Y'all can't get one. Wow. But would I rather be, now, if we wanted to, we could get some stimuluses for our businesses, right? And at a minimum, it would be 10 grand. Right. So again, $1,200 as an individual, or 10 grand as a business, or 20 million if you got Ruth Chris business. So again, Black folk got to stop being afraid of business and understand that it has ceased to be optional. It is now a requirement that you be a business owner, period.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I want to go more into that too. Ruth Chris getting 20 million. Was it 20 million? how is it in our economy that is allowed to happen? Like I'm still.
Your mind's blown.
Somebody take me out back and shoot me because I don't understand. I cannot smell what they are farting.
Listen, if you look, okay, 4 years ago, right? How many ever years it's been when Donald Trump when he was first running for office? Hillary Clinton kept saying he won't show his taxes. He won't show his taxes because he don't pay taxes, right? That was her thing. That was her big thing. He won't show his taxes because he don't pay taxes. And he said, yeah, I mean, like he didn't hide that. He went, no, I don't pay no federal taxes. He said, I got a wife and kids. So all of America should have went, wait a minute, what the hell? But if you take a closer look, which will tie into what you just asked me about Ruth Chris, the very year that Hillary Clinton wants Donald Trump to show his taxes, her and her husband made $10 million. And I just want to make sure you heard me. How much did they make that year?
$10 million in my ratchet.
Watch this. And they got a $800,000 tax refund. They didn't take it. They didn't take it because she was smart. She's like, because I'm going to be talking about somebody else's taxes, so I ain't going to take it. But she could have. But think about what I'm saying. How's that possible? Somebody else works at FedEx and makes $50,000 a year and paid $20,000 in taxes. And she makes $10 million and get an $800,000 refund. Why? And it's not a white thing. It's not a black thing. It's not a rich or poor thing. It's a business thing. That's all it is. It's a business thing. See, money made with the hands is always taxed higher than money making money.
Nice. I love that. I love that entire concept. So say, for instance, I'm a person and I'm coming to you guys. Hi, Doc. Hi, Winter. I need a lifestyle change. I don't have too much of nothing, on the clothes on my back. This is as an example. How can you guys assist me to at least get on my feet and maybe 1,000 there, not even 1 million, just to clothes off my back and then 1,000 there.
Okay. So first of all, we would want to make sure that you understood the mindset. See, what is a millionaire? Are we talking about simply a person that does 7 figures? Or let's look at it from this point. Is it a person that has 7 figures liquid cash? They've got $1 million in the bank. Is it a person that has $1 million worth of real estate? They've got apartment buildings, duplexes, single family homes, and they've got $1 million worth of real estate. Is it a person that has $1 million on Wall Street? They've got a huge portfolio of bonds and stocks and mutual funds. So that's one thing I would want to make sure everybody understands. There are various types of millionaires. Or is it a good mixture of it? Some of it's liquid, some of it's stock, some of it's bonds, some of it's real estate. But the person that says, only thing I have on the clothes on my back, I would really have to understand how that was possible in 2020. Because the guy standing on the corner with the sign that says we'll work for food knows what time to stand out there with that sign. He knows not to be in an alley that nobody's going to come down. He knows to be at a busy intersection. He knows to be at the interstate ramp. He knows that if one person gives him $1, somebody else will let down the window and give him another $1 and another $1. And he makes so much money doing that. He likes doing it. He goes back the next day and the day after that. Right? He wouldn't go back, Gena. Would you agree? He would not go back to that corner if he wasn't making money.
Nah, he wouldn't. I say it all the time. They just clocking in. They at work.
They at work. Right. So that's what I would have to ask the person that came to me and said, I just got the clothes on my back. Well, what you been doing, baby? How's that possible? That in 2020 that you ain't sold no socks? You ain't put your little sign together. You ain't went on thumbtack and rented yourself out to paint no houses, to rake no leaves, to cut no grass, to clip your toenails. I mean, like seriously, seriously, because it couldn't be that bad, right? Because a person gonna clip some toenails, but then I know you with the shit. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, but for person saying, I ain't clipping no toenails. Well, then you must have more than the clothes on your back.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. That is right.
Do until you can do what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I would start. I got to really understand that because you know what I'm working with. How is it possible that a living, breathing human being with a reasonable portion of health and strength in 2020 saying I'm down to nothing but the clothes on my back, but the guy on the corner got a bankroll from a sign. And that's how another guy said, "Why lie? I just want a beer." And he had plenty of money.
He just wanted a beer.
And people gave him money because he didn't lie on his sign. His sign literally said, "Why lie? Question mark. I just want a beer." And people gave because they did what? They liked his honesty. They liked his transparency. They respect it. Yeah. So you got to get your hustle on. Like you can't be a whiner. You got to be a winner. You know, and why am I? And they'll say it's easy for you to say that. Yeah, because I've been homeless. Winner have it, I have. I've been homeless. And I ain't talking about sleeping over somebody's house homeless. I'm talking about head on the concrete, eating out of a garbage can, washing my testicles in a gas station restroom sink homeless. Okay?
Come on now.
So I've had absolutely nothing, and I have had absolutely everything. So I think that makes me a great person to take advice from. Okay?
That's right.
So it can freaking be done when you stop making excuses and start making a way, when you stop feeling entitled, when you stop being envious, when you stop being jealous, when you stop trying to take a shortcut out of a damn shortcut, when you stop hating on your brothers and sisters and start asking for advice from your brothers and sisters, when you start to bring to the table more than ass and elbows, and you start to participate in your own rescue. When you start to say to a person, "Hey, I may not have treasure, but I've got talent and I've got time, and I'll dedicate both of them to you. Because if I dedicate my time and my talent, by sheer osmosis, the treasure will come."
I love it. All right. Okay. See, and okay. Again, thank you guys for so much for being on this live, for motivating our people. They're going to feel it in their drawers. Okay. They need to get the hell up. They need to smell what we farting here.
There you go.
It's time. It's time now for you guys to, everybody that's on the live, that's tuning in. Penny Hardaway, how you doing? Who else we have on here? William, hi. Thank you for joining the live. You guys, we have two money gurus on this live. And when I tell you that they are the best couple ever, and they can assist you and mentor you, all it takes is for you to invest in yourself, know which way you're going. They're not going to steer you the wrong way. So don't just look at this live, you guys. Everyone that's just looking, you've been looking your whole lives. You've been looking from that couch. You've been looking from your phone, but you're still saying, "Where my money at? How am I pay this bill? Oh my God, if this stimulus check don't hurry up. Lord, what happened if everything cut back on? I ain't paid my light bill. Will they cut me off?" See, right now, at this very moment, we have two money-making gurus that has all the resource tools that you need to pull yourself up out from under the mud, and you can gain control over your lives. Look them up. I left their names above, and I'm also going to have a link. I believe Ms. Winter added a link also on here. It's drwinter.com.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to go ahead and add that to this live as well. And you guys make sure y'all look them up and get your life, okay? I love Tamar Braxton so much, but I understand that now because number one, Tamar Braxton is rich, so she's telling other people to get their lives because her life is already got. So we all need to come together and get our lives. We can bounce back from this uncertain time in our economy. just by investing. They have something going on right now for $29. $29 can lead you into a better financial situation in your lives. So get with these ladies. Miss Winter, for you being a woman, and you have such a great man that's alongside you. How is it for you to, when you motivate the women, how is it difficult for you to talk to women that doesn't have that same mindset as you? Or are you able to assist them and altering it so that they can win, so that they can pull themselves out?
Absolutely. I want to talk from the standpoint that sometimes trying to reach those individuals that the mindset set is not there quite yet, it can be difficult. However, we're able to meet everyone where they are. At one point in time, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I was taught to be patient and have some discipline. And if you have discipline, and when you get sick and tired of being tired, you will make some changes. And we're here to walk you through those different steps. And one thing about it, sometimes you have the single women. And yes, it's greater together when you have two together. However, it's definitely possible. I know some powerhouses that are single and they are doing the thing. I mean, salute to my ladies. They are very encouraging, inspirational to our other young ladies that's coming up. So our women are doing it, and I'm just proud and excited that they are. It's more room. It's more room for other women to come aboard as well.
Thank you, thank you. And we have some comments from Robert L. Jameson. He waves. He says hello. A celebrity PR here. Miriam. She says great information. Nikki J says I am with my econ. You guys familiar with my econ? Nikki J says that she's with them. Robert L. Jameson says, go get it, make it, money with multiple streams of income. And then he's like clapping his hands on there. So they're really interacting with everything that's going on. Someone came on there and said, pop your shit.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
So they are really loving what's going on, and they're very interactive. They're interacting in the conversations again, you guys.
Great stuff.
Do you have any latest projects coming up?
We do. We had a project called BAM, Business and Money, that was actually supposed to launch this month, but it's just been postponed simply because of COVID. So that's the next thing. So everybody just pay attention to that. And they can also text the word READY, READY, to 71441. We have a page, a group called The New Generation. That's our team. And so over there, we talk about a lot of financial things, a lot of credit things, a lot of inspirational things. And it'll also opt that person into our database, and they'll know when we do conference calls or things like this with you in the future. So they can just text READY to 71441. And so BAM is the next big thing, right? Business and Money Workshop. It's going to be a nuts and bolts, grassroots, roll up your sleeves. Even if I don't know how to spell entrepreneur, okay, this workshop is for you. Or maybe I'm already in business, but I'm struggling and I don't really understand how to expand my brand. How do I go to the next level? Business credit, EIN numbers, because all that stuff can be really, really inundating when you don't have somebody to help you navigate it. And so that's what we're going to be doing in BAM. So all things business. So just as soon as the government say it's safe for everybody to get back together, we will be launching BAM. So everybody be on the lookout for that. And in the meantime, the in-between time, we would just encourage everybody to just really take a look at what have you done? What have you done since COVID-19? And here's what I mean by that. I know a ton of people that have always prayed, Lord, it ain't enough hours in the day. It ain't enough hours in the day. Lord, I just need some more hours. If I could just clone myself, Lord, it need to be two of me. Lord, if you just gave me some hours.
I couldn't take that last Lord. I'm goofy. So you said Lord one too many times. I started getting tickled.
and lo and behold, here come COVID-19, and you got all the time in the world.
Yes.
Your closet still not cleaned out, like straight up. Like your closet still disorganized. Your attic still junky. You still haven't cleaned out from underneath your bed. You still haven't started to finish that book, to start that book. You haven't started your workout program. You're not eating better. You're not exercising. But these are all the things that you lied and said that the only reason you ain't doing that stuff is because you didn't have time. Yeah, so I would just encourage people to just take an honest look. You know, the African proverb says, to thine own self be true. You know, to thine own self be true. And I would just encourage people to just take a really strong reflection on, you know what, wow, I asked for time, I got time, I'm still wasting it. In fact, I'm just wasting even more time. I've just got more time to waste. Okay, some people are blessed and still working. Some people getting an unemployment check that's pretty healthy because they're adding some to that check. So you're talking about $600 a week to somebody that was only making $300 a week or $400 a week. Now you're getting $600 from the comfort of your home plus a $1,200 stimulus check. Come on, and you still ain't doing nothing. You know, come on. At what point do we take some personal responsibility, some personal accountability? You can't blame it on God. You can't blame it on the devil. You can't blame it on the government. It's you.
That's right. We get in our own way. You know, we start to self-doubt. That laziness, we have to pull from that if we want to win. And, you know, I'm so glad that you guys on here because we got to let people know that it wasn't easy. You know, there was no handouts. We had to really get it. You had to really grind to get it and stay in good faith with yourself. And then with you guys being of service, you didn't do it with having a bad attitude. Y'all have that positive attitude as well, because that's a part of being of service and communication, you know? And so that's one thing that I admire about you guys. Like, you guys are my favorite couple, but I'm gonna have to tell you y'all number, because, okay. Now, it goes Denzel Washington and his wife.
Okay.
That's only because I'm giving these because I grew up with them, you know, looking at them, these my TV dads.
Okay.
But y'all are real life number one favorites.
Okay.
Number one. Because I know you personally, y'all number one. So that's a different category.
Okay.
But to me, it's Will Smith and Jada.
That's our number one.
I also like Sierra and Russell.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, to me, with them three right now, you guys, Sherry and her husband.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very picky and stuff, so that's about it.
She said that's about it. I love it, and again, we don't take that lightly. Like, we truly don't. And you know, we just want to let people know this too. We're not perfect, right? You know, because sometimes people go, you know, who they think they are. We think we're us. You know, we're not perfect. We have our version of perfection.
That's right.
Our version of perfection, what works for us. In fact, we were on a radio show about 90 days ago, and they said, what advice would you give couples out there? And I said, don't listen to us. And the whole radio station got quiet. And they were like, huh? We said, that's our advice. Don't listen to us. Don't listen to your parents. Don't listen to your grandparents. Don't listen to Dr. Ruth. Don't listen to Dr. Phil. What works for you and your mate and your spouse works for y'all. So you got to get out of the box. There's no formula. There's no 1, 2, 3, XYZ, spit over your shoulder 2 times. Wear this, wear that. No, look, do what works for you. Okay, and that's what we talk about in our book too. Get it all the way right. So that thing got a real twist, a real surprise in there that's gonna catch a lot of people off guard. When people get the book, they usually finish it in about 3 days. And we get a lot of texts and emails going, oh my God, I did not see that comment. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so again, if they go to docandwinter.com, they can literally order the book from the site. They ain't got to wait on the mailman. It's going to be ebook delivered right to your smartphone, right to your tablet. So you can jump right in there and get to rocking and rolling. And we love the opportunity to work with people, to mentor them, to coach them. And Gena, we definitely got to be respectful of your time and your viewers' time, and would love to do this with you again as well, because it's got to be consistent, it's got to be persistent. So that would be another step to someone that's saying, hey, I want to change my situation. Well, it's information that's going to change your situation. Nothing more, nothing less. And it's got to be a continual stream of it. It's got to be a continual stream of positive information that's going into those eye gates and those ear gates, and it'll eventually get in that heart. And what's in your heart will come out of your mouth. And the power of life and death is found in your tongue.
I love it. I love it. And I'm going to wrap things up with you guys. Any words of encouragement that you would like to tell the viewers?
Good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is your better and your better is your best.
I love it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And where can we find your book?
Online, workwithDocandWinter.com, or just go to docandwinter.com and can order it right there. The book will float up from like the bottom of the screen or something. You IT people are phenomenal. So some kind of way the book floats up from the bottom of the screen, and you click it and order it, and it's gonna come right to your inbox.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you. Can't wait to get back with you. Congratulations on all your success, man. It is amazing what you've done. And so just on a personal note, not to your viewers, but to you, whenever ever you're moving, you're gonna get barked at. Right. Whenever you're moving, you're gonna get barked at. You've never seen a dog walk up and start barking at a parked car. You ain't never seen that in your life. Dogs only bark at moving cars. So when they bark at you, don't get down. Don't get frustrated. Don't start questioning yourself. Don't start saying, well, how did I make that person mad? What did I do? How could I have done it different? You'll never be able to make everybody happy, Gena. It is what it is. And if they stop barking at you, that's when you better get upset. That's where you better start questioning yourself, because now you're irrelevant. Now you're not moving. So you want all the dogs you can barking at that ass. If you stop hearing the barking, you're in trouble.
Thank you, guys. And I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, you guys. What an amazing interview with two of the most prominent people here in Memphis, Tennessee. Doc and Winter Bobo are millionaires, and when I tell you, they are the most humblest, loving, compassionate people that I have ever met. They have a slew of businesses, all in service of others, and they have a package to assist in jumpstarting your career and changing your life with only $29. Oh my God! Did you hear the story of being homeless? See, my people on my page, they grew up with me, and we always think that it's rough, and man, I wish I could do this. It's life is hard. Well, they are a prime example of overcoming, okay? And I wanted them on this live so you can see that you can do it. You can be wherever you want to be. You can take those two pennies in your pocket and make it 2 million. With persistence, with staying focused, and with growing. And so surrounding yourself with like-minded people. Okay, I love what Doc Winter said. He says he has a pot of people, millionaires, and you have to have friends, thousandaires, millionaires. It's a whole team of people that make up the success of what's going on, and we have that here in Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you guys again for tuning in with me, your girl, Gena Heelz, on Life and Entertainment.
Life in Entertainment, an online magazine and streaming service, is a great platform for networking, advertisement, and self-promotions with any form of business, as well as sharing success stories to 1.5 million guests globally. Each month, new entrepreneurs, entertainers, public figures, and humanitarians are featured as a guest, episode host, or the latest